Hello, everyone. I want to go back through a couple things with my previous Karen Reed readings. Um, I don't know how to describe this other than I feel like I was given instruction on what to look for last night through a dream. Almost like there's certain things that John told us through those readings that are going to make a lot more sense in retrospect now than they did then. See if we can get a confirmation from John here. This already starting to be annoying. Okay. I have a confirmation from John about what I was shown in the dream last night in terms of looking back through the old readings. Red flag. So I said in retrospect, right? So if you go into the water and you drowned, then you realize this warning sign. That would be kind of what I'm referring to here. So it's like certain things that were flags then will only make sense now. Ego, someone's shattered ego here. Almost like John mentioned certain things, and this actually has to do with my dream too. That's interesting. Almost like John mentioned certain things in the previous readings that were meant to be red flags later after we read the case. Grandparent and elder. I knew it. Is it fair to say that what John was trying to point out in the previous readings was that there was going to be corruption or an attempt of corruption coming from the judge? Yes. Okay. Corruption and royalty in reverse. Corruption exposed, the mighty shall fall. Almost the message of they thought they'd get it, but I said that I was coming for them, and I am, as in from John. Psychic abilities, intuition in reverse, they didn't see that coming. They thought they were going to get away with it, and they were wrong. And on this card, there's like the cards on the card are the sun and the world. And since it's reversed, it's like you thought you'd be able to stay in the darkness to complete this cycle and close this out, as in the people who are being corruption oriented. And it's almost like, is it fair to say that John wants me to go back through the previous readings? Can't confirm. Can't confirm what? Is it fair to say John wants me to go back through previous readings? Can't confirm. End of the road. Almost like he told us it was coming, but we wouldn't be able to see how it was possible until now. Witness in reverse. We wouldn't be able to see how it was possible until now. What did I say in the reading he's referring to? I think I said something about the dominoes starting to fall in Karen's favor, but it didn't look like that could be the case. But now we'll be able to see it clearly. Premeditated in reverse. We weren't able to see it. We weren't able to see it before. We can only see it in retrospect. I wish this was not being so glitchy. Okay. First, before we go back through the older videos, I want to look at this one video and just kind of pull cards as it goes. This is an energy reading. It's all alleged, my opinion, not facts.
Karen Reed's defense team tonight says another juror has come forward to reveal they voted to find her not guilty on the charges of murder and leaving the scene, and that they were not comfortable with how the trial ended. WBZ's Tiffany.
They were not comfortable with how the trial ended. We have underground and tunnel in reverse here, so it's being brought to light. Good, correct. It's being brought to light. God, higher power in reverse. The judge. The judge is the higher power here that I just referenced with the corruption in reverse and royalty in reverse card. Is it fair to say that John's message is that someone got to that judge and made the judge make the quickness or swiftness of decisions to try and get this wrapped up world in reverse? I need to just flip this world upright. I need to close this cycle as quickly as possible because someone got to me. Angels and ancestors blowing the trumpet. The trumpet is the final call, and we have God, higher power in reverse with angels, ancestors upright. Is it fair to say that the judge is already starting to regret going with whoever got to the judge? Supplier in reverse. All right. I don't know why this is so laggy. All right.
Tiffany Chan is live in Canton tonight, where protesters are demonstrating, Tiffany, saying there should be no retrial.
Lisa, we're learning more about how that jury was feeling, that unnamed juror telling Karen Reed's defense team they all left feeling uneasy and uncomfortable. And that's because this juror says they all decided that Karen Reed would be found not guilty on that murder charge. It was the lesser charge that they were all stuck on. That unnamed juror telling Karen Reed's defense team they didn't know whether they could reveal that to the judge. And before they knew it, a mistrial was declared and they were all sent home.
All right, so we have follow the money in reverse as the only one showing. Female in reverse, follow the money in reverse. Celebrity in reverse. Propaganda, fake news. This is the judge. I thought I'd be able to conceal, this is a phone in her hand. I thought I'd be able to conceal my communications because there was no trail. I made sure there was no trail or trace of who got to me. Celebrity in reverse, I didn't think anyone in the public was going to find out about. Made me make the decisions, as in the judge, allegedly, my opinion. Fake news, couple. Who the judge is connected to. The lie is that the judge is not connected to someone that the judge is actually connected to. Friend. The lie is, that's interesting because I flipped them out of order too. Huh. Is it fair to say that the message from John is that there is a hidden connection between the judge and another individual, and that is the reason why the judge with a swiftness declared a mistrial? Bloodline, family lineage in reverse, somehow connected to that family. Is that fair to say? Because that bloodline card has represented the people in that house time and time again. Manipulation, gaslighting, and control. The one that's the puppet master. I'll make this go away. Is it fair to say the judge made the decision that she made because it was a better solution than potentially having Karen found innocent and then having a bigger problem to what that means for those people in the house? Premeditated in reverse. Yeah, because the judge would not have seen that coming. It's a situation that doesn't always unfold in that way, as in we can agree on 2 accounts, but not one. Cleanup. So I had to clean up the mess by using my puppet on a string type energy or power, I guess. Confirmation from John. Psychic abilities, intuition in reverse. That's what they didn't see coming. Interesting. Very interesting.
So drunk.
Karen Reed's legal team is pushing to have the murder charges dropped after a juror expressed that they were uncomfortable and confused by how the trial ended in a hung jury, saying Is anyone going to know that we acquitted Karen Reed on count 1 and 3? No one ever asked about those counts. Another
Life insurance paper trail in reverse and struggle. Someone tried to buy their freedom by deleting or hiding a trail of connection between multiple individuals, and now they're struggling because of how this unfolded and because the jurors are now coming forward. Solved in reverse. It's not over. They thought it would be over. It's not over because the jurors are coming forward. Warning alarm in reverse. There was warnings missed. What kind of warnings were missed? Red flag and ego. That's the same cards we started with. What kind of warnings were missed? Almost like if you now know what decision the judge made and with the swiftness it was made, if you look back, you can start to see holes in integrity when it comes to how this case was judged and managed. Military operation, because it was a whole operation to take Karen down no matter the cost. They got it wrong. Wrong way, go back. It was a whole operation to take Karen down regardless of the cost, and they got it wrong. Oy vey.
twist in the Karen Reed case. Canton police officer Kevin Albert was placed on paid administrative leave on June 13th, the day after Trooper Michael Proctor, the lead investigator in the Karen Reed case, testified in court. Kevin's also the brother of Brian Albert, a fellow officer who owned the home that John O'Keefe's body was found outside of.
So flipped upright, or flipped so we can see, we have caregiver, medical staff with DNA. Someone who knows how to hide or dispose of physical DNA evidence. Someone who's trained to know what to look for to make DNA go away. Secret government program in reverse. Anger and rage. Someone was angry about potentially government secrets being revealed based off of what John knew. Meeting, medical emergency. Is it fair to say someone knew they had to lure John to the house, knowing that they were going to have to cover up for what happened there because they were angry about what he knew that he was going to expose? That led to what ended up being his demise, that then was made to look like it was Karen, but they got it wrong. Run away, escape. He tried to get away. Tried to get away, but conspiracy theory perversion. I was lured there under false pretenses. I wasn't asked to go there for the reason that I was asked to go there. I was asked to go there so that there could be an issue on purpose. Marriage, wedding, ceremony. Where are we going with that? Marriage, wedding, ceremony. I was asked to go there so there would be an issue on purpose. No fear. Oh. And it was the perfect situation because if Karen didn't come in, then boom, they would have someone to blame on what was going to happen that they had to cover. New World Order in reverse. It's nothing new. It's what they do. It's nothing new. It's what they do. Sad, emotional. Yeah, I see you. It's nothing new. It's what they do.
Generally speaking, when complaints are made against police officers, they remain on duty.
Retired Boston Police Lieutenant turned criminology professor Tom Nolan weighing in.
I think the concern here may have been some of the behavior that we saw described by Trooper Proctor in his testimony during the trial.
Kevin's leave stemming from an investigation he worked on with Proctor 2 years ago. The details of the pair's night out unraveling in court.
The two of you got so drunk that Kevin Albert left his badge in your cruiser and couldn't find his gun the next morning, right?
Objection.
Overruled.
I can't speak to any level of intoxication.
And so based on that, I think the chief was prudent in making a decision that this detective ought not to be performing police duties.
Nolan says the
All right, what does John want to say about Proctor and his relieving of duty? Riot in reverse, surveillance, top secret. Everybody's watching and they don't want that drama of leaving him up when everyone knows what he's said behind the scenes that now is no longer behind the scenes. Trapped. If we leave him up, we're going to be trapped in this battle. People are going to be not letting this go, and we're not going to be able to get out of it because everybody's watching as these secrets are no longer secrets. Grandparent elder. So let's talk to the judge on purpose to recover these secrets. Everybody's watching. Let's remove him so that people don't have anything to be mad about. And while we do that, let's protect the rest of it by getting to the judge and having the judge make certain decisions so that it can go the way it needs to go to protect those that were in the house. Regret. Someone being locked up. Decision. What? Oh, I said a couple minutes ago, the judge now regrets whoever they let get to them. Judge, regret. Right.
chief likely wanted to protect the integrity of future cases.
I'm following the rules. We live in America, dude.
But how does this impact the public's view on local police?
I think it certainly undermines the confidence and the level of trust that the public must have in order for the police to function effectively.
So the ones that we can see are evidence in reverse, spouse, partner, woods concealed, and 5D in reverse. So lower vibrational energy was used to conceal the truth about the spouse partner. This is not reversed. So this is not something bad that's being concealed. This is the truth that's being concealed. And the evidence that's being concealed would actually set this spouse or partner free. Making a confession or making a deal. The lower vibrational energy was trying to force her into making some kind of deal to be like, okay, I'll accept this or I'll accept that so that I don't get all of these extra charges that you're trying to put on me. Timeline issue in reverse. The timing of her being where she was at the times that she was made it so that they could try and force her into being like, okay, I'll accept this so that I don't get hit with that, as in charge wise. So we're trying to conceal things, favor, and cover up this evidence with a lower vibrational energy to try to force her to, like Proctor said, either take her life or force her into potentially some kind of to this in lieu of being charged with that, because there was all of these charges and they said we're going to try and throw everything at her and see what sticks. There's this energy of try and force her into a corner so she gives up. They didn't expect her to not, and they also didn't expect everyone else to be very vocally on her side about it. Is that fair to say? I said they didn't. Who didn't? The people in the house. Who didn't expect those things? The people in the house. Confirmation from John. It was already flipped over. The people in the house had a plot at revenge, and they didn't think Karen would stand up to fight against them with it. because the concealing of evidence made it so it was meant to look like there was no way out for her. I think this video is almost over. Let me see.
So will Officer Kevin Albert be able to keep his job? Nolan says officers are rarely terminated under these circumstances. Live in Canton, I'm Tiffany Chan, WBZ News.
And we'll be following what happens. Tiffany.
Officers are rarely fired over these circumstances. Blackmail or paid off. Freedom in reverse. Justice and karma. I'm trying to buy my way out of being locked up and away from actual justice. I'm trying to buy. Whoever, what did they say? Albert, whichever one they were just talking about. Is it fair to say that the message here is that person, that officer, was trying to buy their way into their own freedom by making someone else take the fall for what they actually were a part of or a party to? From John. Thief took something. Death in reverse. They took John's life and they were pretty much trying to take Karen's too. Cover up exposed. They took John's life and they were trying to take Karen's too. Cover up exposed. Uncovered. The truth uncovered. I think I'm going to put all of the past videos in a separate video because this one's more like an update, I guess, now. So I'm going to start working on that, where I kind of just play certain parts of the past videos that I feel are relevant based off of what happened with like pauses in between. Let's end this part, though, with 10 cards from John. I don't know what it's about, whatever he wants to say. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hidden network in reverse. Hidden network being exposed is going to be the topic here. Why is this not straight? Well, that's confusing because it's crooked on my desk. Okay. 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, 10. So the ones that we can see are hidden network in reverse and party celebration in reverse. So John wants to say something about what they think they're still concealing about that night and the party inside the house with that not so hidden network that we know about now. Money. Military operation. Money spent on getting what they want it to happen. Pattern repetition. As he said before, it's what they do if they need to hide or take care of a problem, aka Sandra Birchmore. Medical caused by the hidden network that was at the party inside the home. Corrupted media source. What did the money buy? Corruption in the media and how this case was covered and what was revealed and what was hidden. Military operation, road distance journey. There was a whole operation to get it to be the end of the road for Karen, either literally or jail-wise. Pattern repetition, distraction. It's what they do. If they need the narrative to go a certain way, we'll distract you with other things. Oh, look how John fought. Look at this. Don't look at the fact that this man went in the house and then met his demise. Don't look at that. Look at Karen being mean to him. Look at them having relationship issues. Don't look any further. Medical emergency, lies. what caused the injuries on John that led to his passing. We don't know the truth of it because they're telling us it was Karen, and that was a lie. Confirmation or some kind of password from John. High fives. That has to do with my dream, but I'm not getting into that right now. So, can I have a password or confirmation from John that everyone else would be able to understand? Conspiracy theory. The medical emergency lies conspiracy theory. What they're saying happened is not what happened. Okay, I'm gonna end this one and I'm gonna start a different video. Hopefully I'll be able to get it up today or tomorrow. What's today? Today's Thursday. Maybe Monday at the latest. I don't know how many. I feel like I did a good amount of videos on this, but I want to go through them essentially and have them up on the screen. Not the whole videos. I'm just going to do, like, I'll pause and show a part and then pause and go back in to what I feel is the important parts or relevant parts. And I'm going to pull new cards on the old readings based off of what we know now. But I don't want to have that all in one video because it's going to end up being really long. Please remember, this is an energy reading. It's all alleged, my opinion, not facts. If you'd like to order the Whispers deck, you can do so on Etsy, TikTok shop, or my Stand store. They are in stock. If it's not in stand.store/The Reckoning Co., it's not me. Don't get scammed. Thank you for watching, and I will see you soon with the next part of this series.